Hey guys, Pinky the Wolf here.
And Brianna.
So today we will be talking about Green Hill Lake Camp.
Yep.
So we both went to summer camp. It was me and Brianna. And
basically it was okay, but pretty weird.
yeah. So this started last summer.
Yeah.
And me and Brianna went. And when we got there,
basically, like, when we first got there, I was introduced to this kind of place, I guess. I don't know. I didn't know. Like, we were getting our stamps, I guess, for, like, on our hand.
Yeah.
Just to get in the camp, basically, to get registered. All that stuff.
And, we went to our cabin. We met our cabin leaders.
I met someone named Ayla.
Yeah.
And basically, when the cabin leaders, they were nice, but they rushed us quite a bit.
They rushed us a lot.
Yeah.
And they forced us to put sunscreen
on all the time.
Yeah, like every single hour.
It's like literally every time we like stepped a foot outside.
Yeah, even if it was rainy out, it would just like
she would like make sure you got your sunscreen on. It's like, why? We're not gonna get burned.
Yeah. So
I get that, like, the cabin leaders were just trying to protect our skin, but I don't think we're that contagious to the sun that we'll just die immediately. Like, every single time, we just needed to put sunscreen on. It just didn't make sense when we put sunscreen on, like, not that long ago.
So I think we went to the pool or something. Yeah, we did, right?
Yeah, we went to this pool.
Yeah.
Like, it was actually pretty fun until Humphrey came along. Yes, Humphrey is a horsefly, don't get me wrong.
It was a huge horsefly, and it always used to chase Brianna around, and sometimes me.
I had to dunk underwater so many times, it's not even funny.
Yeah, we were just, like, forcing ourselves to go underwater, because this horsefly was huge.
Like, at first, I wasn't scared of horseflies. I didn't even know they bite, went at first, because, I don't know, I wasn't that scared of horseflies. But then later on, after I figured out what they can do...
Oh, God.
Yep, I'm done.
So every time it came over, we always used to yell Humphrey.
Humphrey? That was like our warning call when Humphrey's over. Me, Ayla, and Angel, or Pinky. We're just scared to death because of this horsefly ruining our lives.
What do we do after that? Didn't we, like, tidy up the cabin or something?
Yeah. We tidied up the cabin.
And then the day went pretty fast. Like,
yeah.
I don't really remember anything on the first day.
But it was pretty, I don't know, pretty weird. Like, not like weird and like bad weird, but it was like weird and like, I don't know. Just kind of weird because like there's also this girl who, like, her name was, I'm not gonna say her name, but like she really liked my stuffed animal cat, but every time we'd wake up in the morning, she'd be like getting dressed in front of us. It's like, please, no. It was pretty awkward.
Also, when we got there, me and Brianna kind of felt really old because they were, like, all young.
Yeah.
It was pretty awkward.
Some of them looked like they were, like, I don't know, like 6 or, like, I don't know. One of them was, like, 5.
Well, one was, like, 11.
Like, yeah, the oldest one
Ayla
was,
like,
12.
I think.
Or, no, wait, yeah. The oldest one, like, I don't know. Like,
but most of them were young.
Yeah, most of them were pretty young.
What else should we talk about? Oh yeah, the aqua park.
Oh yeah, the aqua park. Yeah, that water is scary.
So, like, the aqua park is, like, it's kind of like a lake, and it has, like, bouncy castles in the lake.
It's like the main lake, basically.
Yeah. And, it was, like, an activity.
Yeah.
So, we decided to go because we had to pick something, and we didn't know what else to pick, so we picked the aqua park.
Yeah. While we were there, the water was pretty scary, you know.
When we went in the boat, I was kind of scared because Brianna used to say that there was like spiders in the boat, and I'm really scared of spiders.
Yeah, there was like okay, like I went on a field trip in grade 5. That's another story, but yeah, there was a spider on me in a boat. I freaked out, of course, because I was scared of them.
So, when we went to the dock, or whatever it's called, there was a big giant spider right beside me. Yeah. It was huge, and I screamed.
There was like a big spider. I did not
It was right beside me, too. I was, like, screaming.
I did not want to go on there.
And me and Brianna were, like, weren't we on, like, separate boats or something?
Yeah. We were on 2 different boats.
But we were, like, beside each other. So there was one boat with me in it and one boat with Brianna in it.
And with other people, of course.
Yeah, and I was with someone, like, else, and it was pretty weird. I was with this little kid. But yeah, one of the cabin leaders, killed the spider, I think, or moved it away or something.
Yeah.
So, when we got on the bouncy castles, the water was really cold.
Yeah,
it was freezing.
It was cold as heck.
It was freezing.
It was like...
I was kind of scared to go in it, but when Brianna went in, I was like, oh, okay, this isn't that bad, but it was cold.
It was pretty cold. The water looked scary. It looked like there was going to be, like, a shark popping up any second, but, you know, I don't think there's any sharks.
But, like,
I hope.
When I was swimming in the lake, I kind of felt seaweed, and it was grabbing onto my leg, and it kind of creeped me out.
Yeah. I don't know if I remember feeling any seaweed, but yeah, I did. I don't remember if I don't know. Yeah, basically, it was pretty weird. Oh, yeah. Also, at the aqua park, we went on this bouncy castle thing, know to bounce.
Remember
there was
the
this
horsefly?
giant, there was another giant horsefly. I don't know if it was Humphrey.
Wasn't there, 2?
Yeah, there was 2.
Yeah, there were 2 big horseflies.
That's when I wasn't really as scared of horseflies.
But everyone, it wasn't just us that, were scared. There was, a whole bunch of people scared. So, yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
And I wanted to go back because, I didn't want to, get bitten by a horsefly. Because it hurts really bad.
Yeah, I've never experienced a horsefly bite, but I just know that it hurts, and I don't want to deal with it.
So, remember the campfire?
Oh, yeah, the campfires.
The mosquitoes.
The mosquitoes.
Oh.
They kill us. They just kill us.
So there was, when we were at the campfire, there were these, there was a whole bunch of mosquitoes, and
a whole bunch of people who, didn't look like they even noticed.
Yeah.
Except for us two.
They always used to sing, too. Everyone there used to sing
any random weird songs.
Yeah.
They
just sing all the time. They didn't...
It's okay, once in a while I would join along, but it was kind of awkward. And yeah, it was pretty weird, basically.
god, there's so many stuff to talk about.
Yeah, there's like, we remember like, this is another horsefly story in the camp.
Oh.
So basically, like later on, like we went into the, like we went for an activity.
Yeah.
It was like kind of like this mountain biking, I think.
Yeah.
Mountain
biking?
We went to that activity. It was pretty cool at first, like when we were kind of biking up. Then, we kind of, strolled into the forest when well, I don't know, not a forest.
It was like a trail.
Yeah, a trailway. It was okay.
It was in the
first.
forest though.
I was with Pinky, another girl, and a guy.
Yeah, 2 little kids.
Yeah, two.
We were the oldest.
2 little kids. And basically,
the trail was really rocky.
It was rocky.
You couldn't bike in there. It was like impossible. It was really hard.
And then later on, like after we were like biking, like in the trails, horseflies came along. Those little devils, they came along.
Millions of them.
Like
they were circling around us, and we got so scared. Brianna got like...
I was raging.
And I was crying.
like that was like later on, like one horsefly comes around my neck. I'm like, no, you stay away from me, you foul creature. And then later on, of course, more of them had to join in and literally look like they were about to attack my flesh, but none of them did, luckily. I did not want to get bitten today. They were all swarming around my head, just like...
Brianna almost cried, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty scary. And then she fell.
I fell and scraped my knee. Well, actually, no, not my knee. Oh my gosh. It was like by my ankle, I guess. Like, I got a big scratch. Like, I fell off the bike into, like, this mud. It was annoying. I got my shoes wet.
And when we, like, join activities, there's always these 2 leaders that are with us.
Yeah.
And at first, they wouldn't let us go back. So we were, like, freaking out. Even the little girl was actually scared, too. Yeah, she wanted to go back, too.
Yeah, the little girl was pretty aggravated by the horseflies.
The boy didn't care, though.
Yeah, the boy literally just, like, didn't care. Like, he just, like, I get it. His determination is, well... He just kept going.
All 3 of us, like, we were, like, panicking. It was crazy.
I was getting mad. Pinky was getting a bit, like, irritated. And the little girl, I don't know, I think she was also getting irritated as well. So one of the leaders eventually let us go back into, like, to the nice, friendly trail, as you could say. There are also these butterflies that we met. Remember the butterflies?
Yeah. So, like, when we got out of hell...
Yeah, basically that hell trail. It was like
heaven.
It was like heaven when we came to the other side.
It was beautiful. There were butterflies everywhere. It was a nice, smooth road.
Yeah, it was amazing. And yeah, we found, like, these butterflies. And... I don't know, like, right before we got into the trail, I don't know, there was this butterfly. Like,
that always used to follow us.
Yeah. Mine, I think, was kind of orangish.
Yeah.
It was kind of odd, but actually it was really comforting, actually. I loved that butterfly. I want to see it again. Please be still alive. And your butterfly, I don't know what your butterfly color was, but...
Yeah, I don't know.
Wasn't it purple?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah. Yeah, we each kind of had our little butterfly that would follow us. Like, mine was orange, as I already said. And basically, I don't know, that butterfly was just like, it was pretty. Like, after we came out of that trail, it just felt like heaven. Like, for goodness sakes, we were dying in that, like, the forest part trail. I don't care what it is, but, like, we were, like, dying in there, literally. Yeah. horseflies trying to chew our flesh, but we were like, no, we refuse. Us not being able to bike at all, having wet feet, and also basically, yeah, torture in there.
Remember the cave?
Oh yeah, the cave. Like, it wasn't like an actual cave. But
it was just like a house with like...
It was like a little rock climbing session, basically.
And we used to play this game. I don't think you were with me. You were with...
Yeah, I was in one point. Like,
yeah.
we played the Mafia.
Yeah.
That was pretty fun.
But like that other time when you were like in another activity, there was this guy... Like, this little tiny kid, he always used to shake my hand because that was the game. And he didn't shake anybody else. He only shook my hand. And it was really weird.
You didn't tell me about that.
Yeah.
Cool, but actually, yeah, so yeah, there was like this rock climbing session. It was fun. Basically, we got to climb rocks. Well, not real ones. Rip. But, like, oh, wait.
Oh, yeah, we did do rock climbing.
We did do actual rock climbing.
But there was a whole bunch of bugs.
There were so many bugs, none of us, well, except for this one kid that went up the easy trail, who, like, was, like, 9 years old or something, literally did this. I don't know what I was thinking. I was, like, trying to go up the hard way, you know, up that, like, impossible-looking rock climbing part. I don't know why I even tried. I'm like, no.
Remember you were like rock climbing and you seen this weird bug?
Yeah, I seen this like weird stick bug thing. I did not like it, so I'm like, no, I'm no. Yeah. Wait, what did you do when rock climbing?
I didn't do anything.
Oh.
I just talked to the little kid.
Yeah. We also kind of, like, before we went rock climbing into, like, that session, we kind of went up this kind of hill part.
Remember we went down the hill?
Oh, going down was, like...
I fell in mud. I fell right in the mud.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, are you okay? And I'm like, I'm fine. With mud everywhere on me.
Yeah, it was pretty muddy on that day. And, yeah, it was okay, but muddy, as we said. Yeah, so basically, I don't,
What else happened? Yeah, we played this game called Mafia.
Like, just in that, like, rock climbing session, you know?
Yeah.
Like...
The cave.
Oh yeah, the cave.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. And we play Mafia, like, other places, too.
Yep.
And I was always the murderer. If you don't know the game Mafia, it's like...
It's basically a game where you choose, like, there's a narrator, you choose a killer, you choose a doctor, you can choose either a little girl or little boy, as you could say, to be, like, the peeker, the one that can peek. Yeah, basically that's the game.
But everyone, like, this person always used to choose me as the murderer, so it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
And when I was the murderer, these little boys always used to call me that. They always used to call me the murderer and all of that.
Well, meanwhile, I was just climbing rock, like, just basically into that vent. I don't know. Oh, yeah, and, like, in other sessions, we went back to our cabins, basically, at this part. Basically, when we were, like, all, like, kind of chilling out, you know?
Yeah.
It was, like, this quiet session.
Oh, yeah.
We messed it up. That was, like, probably, like, one of the best parts, actually. So, yeah, basically, I don't remember what it was called.
Yeah.
It had a kind of weird name to it.
Yeah.
Me, Angel, and Ayla used to make a bunch of noises.
I think it was only me and you, though. I
Yeah.
think Ayla...
Yeah.
She heard us, though.
Yeah. Yeah, we used to make a bunch of, like, funny noises when it was,
Like,
the quiet time.
Yeah, like, you know that ASMR video was kind of like that.
Like, basically, when, like, the leaders were kind of out of the cabin, we used to go, like, basically, we just oinked a lot, and we used to just make random noises when it was quiet. And, yeah, other girls were doing it, too, I think. Like, later on.
Yeah.
It was funny. But, like, when the leaders were salty when we made noises.
They got, like, right mad at us.
It's like stop. And they were being, like, right salty.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the food. So, like, when we're really hungry and, like, it's almost time, like, for lunch or something, we always had to wait outside. Outside. And,
they made us kind of sing a song.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
I remember there was, like, a horsefly.
Yeah, there was, like, this horsefly around.
Yeah. So I just kept on moving around.
Yeah, they expected us to stay still. It's like, no! If there's a horsefly, we must move. So, yeah, basically, like, yeah, they expect us to stay still. It's like, would you want a giant bug flying around your head for, like, basically before you eat? You're, like, hungry. You want to eat. You just want to eat. You just want to eat.
And I remember when I was, like, getting food, I really like fruit. So, like, when I got my food, I was just getting some fruit. And the cabin leader got mad at me. And I only took, like, 2 oranges. Like, come on. I only took 2 oranges and she got mad at me.
Jeez.
And it wasn't even a full orange. It was just a slice of orange. Like, a tiny slice.
What? Why did
I just wanted more fruit.
Yeah, fruit is good for you. Why would they get mad at you? I mean, I get there's a bunch of children, but still, there was a bunch of oranges as well that we could have ate. And the cabin leaders were just being salty. It's like, come on, let us eat. Let us eat in peace.
They have, like, no patience. Like, I remember when we got out of the pool, I went to go, like, get changed. And the cabin leader, she was, like, banging on my door. She was like, Angel, hurry up. And you know how hard it is, like...
It's like, to get off a wet bathing suit and get on. It's like, no. Leave me alone.
Like, they rushed us so much.
Yeah, it was
yeah, remember that time when we were in the restroom in that, tiny hornet?
Oh, the hornet. Oh, that scared me to death. There was a hornet as well. Basically, I was just, changing, I think I was getting my stuff on. I don't know. After, like, later on, well, not later on, but, like, while I was in the stall, there was a hornet in the stall that was literally flying right above my head, right in front of my face. I was scared, of course. And, of course, I rushed out. I had clothes on. It's okay. And
I've seen it, too. I was, like, chasing you around. And it was kind of slow, though. It was just,
it was like the slowest hornet on the planet. Like,
it was so tiny.
Like, it was just a tiny, like, slow hornet kind of, like, slithering across the sky. Like, yep. Peaceful day, but like right in the stall, right next to my face. I don't think so.
I think that's about it. Oh yeah. So we went in the pool like a lot of times because the leaders forced us to like go in the pool. They wouldn't let us like.
What? Yeah, basically. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
And like. Remember Humphrey? The fly. He always used to like go and
there were other people who were scared of Humphrey, but we like named him Humphrey the horsefly because it just sounded good, but at the same time it was like, You just look like a Humphrey.
But there was this one point when I was, like, really scared, so I, like, kind of, like, took a break from the pool, and the cabin leader got mad at me. I just wanted to get out of the pool, and she got right mad at me. She's like, come in, and there was this big horsefly, and I'm like, no, I'm not going in. So I went out, and she got right mad at me, like, come on. Yeah. I'm old enough. I'm not, like, a little kid.
Yeah. Like, technically, I think we were, like, the 2 oldest people in the cabin, and they were, like, freaking out, like, no, you're gonna get lost. Something like that.
But I think Ayla was the same age as us.
Yeah. And basically, me, Pinky, and Ayla were basically trying to get away from this horsefly that was, like, trying to kill us.
Yeah. And there was this, like, part where, like, we had to go underwater so many times that we couldn't even breathe.
Because of the stupid horsefly. Oh, yeah, I remember this one part. Remember the cabin leader? And, yeah, this cabin leader, like, basically, yeah, she went underwater. I don't know how it happened, but me and Pinky were basically swimming, trying to get away from the horsefly, of course. Like, later on, we saw this cabin leader kind of, you know, out. It was kind of weird and a bit scary. She was, like, choking and coughing a lot.
Yeah.
She was, like, there was other lifeguards there. She was, like, she inhaled, I think, a lot of, like, water, something like that.
Yeah, that was sad.
It was sad. She was coughing a lot. Thank gosh she's okay, but, I mean, it was scary at the time as well. When we were
and, like, at the camp, like, remember those times when we were, like, really sad and stressed out about everything?
Oh, yeah.
And all that? Like, there was some sad times at the camp where we were, like, stressed out.
Yeah, we were pretty stressed on some part. Because, like, we had to rush a lot.
Yeah.
It's camp. Who has to rush at camp?
Yeah. Why?
Like, why? At the one place you can probably kind of get away, relax, you know, stuff like that, hang out. You have to rush at camp? No. Just no.
So, yeah. Anything else?
We went into, like, it was kind of also like a Christian camp as well. We went into this kind of, like, cabin,
and they sang songs.
And it was pretty nice. I liked it, in my opinion, but I don't know. Like, oh wait, like, remember, like, at the end, like, when we were leaving, we did, like, these actual okay activities. I mean, they weren't bad, but they were kind of bad. Yeah, I, like, hated, like, we had to
It was, like, a tag game.
Yeah.
It's, like, but it was, like, with a whole bunch of people.
It kind of got me mad as well, because I'm normally a fast runner. And, yes.
There were, like...
It was basically against cabin leaders as well. It was annoying because at the time I was a little tired and I wanted to catch my breath.
Yeah. And they always rushed us. They're like, come on, and all that.
Like, come on, play the game. It's like, why?
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
And, like, there were, like, too many people playing, like...
Yeah, there
were a lot of people. And, like, I remember people always used to trip over me or something. They would always used to bump into me. They were, like, running in the
What?
Like, there were, like, too many people.
Like, later, like, yeah, that was, like, one of the games, like, yeah, basically stuff like that. We did also a costume party thing, and, like, after, like, when we were going to eat, stuff like that. Like, of course, we had to stand outside. We were gonna eat spaghetti, which was, like, the best part, but I think it was spaghetti. Yeah, it was spaghetti.
I like their soup.
Oh, yeah, the soup.
The soup was good.
Yeah, the food was actually pretty good there. I like the food.
Yeah, but you had to wait a long time to get it.
Yeah, it was pretty annoying.
Yeah.
Like, just
especially when you were, like, starving to death. Like,
yep.
And then we had this, like, costume party. I had to dress up as, like, Buzz Lightyear.
I went in this like random triangle suit thing, like in a blanket basically. Yeah,